In 30 minutes, the dailies all reset. I get a new mission and everything. I didn't talk to anybody about the missions. Of course, we're on the weekly mission now on the PC. That was, you know, all you had to do was one map to complete it. And it was like, I want to say it was 600. Yeah, 600 Defender medals. Pretty solid for a weekly mission. That's for damn sure. Alright, so let's continue on. Or let me take a peek. I don't think I got any super fat loot. Nothing spectacular here. I still want to put together a direct command spec too for the Abyss Lord, which I have not done yet. Yeah, a bunch of pieces that are just going to be used to upgrade other pieces. That's alright. Oh yeah, if you all pop, the sweet spot is for the EV DPS on the target dummy is you want 3 people with Dragolich and 1 person with Poisonous Tips. Actually, Poisonous Tips doesn't do anything, does it? I don't think Poisonous Tips does anything. I don't remember. Let me look for the Proton Beam. Let's see. Let's see, not using anything. What is that, 327? 287. 288. Looks like I'm about 288,000 without popping anything. Let me see. I think I got a Poisonous Tips pet laying around here somewhere. Which one was it? Can't remember who had tips. Here's a Sandstorm. Oh, I got Poisonous Tips on a builder. So what I gotta do... Isn't that what I got? I think I got Poisonous Tips on my other EV. Let me see. Yeah, he's got Poisonous Tips. Let me compare it with him. Let's see, where'd you go? Let's see, so we're with this guy, of course, he's got builder stats on him. But it looks like we're 263, 264. Pop Poisonous Tips. And we're unchanged. So yeah, Poisonous Tips doesn't do anything for the Proton. I didn't think I did. So it would be 4 Dragoliches though. But yeah, I've gotten, I mean, that 1 million DPS, that was on day 1. People were hitting the 4 million DPS range just hours after I put that video up. I just thought this the G4 TO goes well with the skin and the EV. So that's my EV2 pet right there, even though he's got Poisonous Tips. Yeah, I knew Sandstorm didn't do anything. The only time I ever use Sandstorm for anything is the speed boost. It's like there's almost no other reason to use it anymore. I mean, Dragolich is so, you know, so easy to, it's a multi-use pet for certain. You know, having the whole group benefit. And, you know, Poisonous Tips, of course, the whole group can benefit from that, but you got to stay on top of each other. Let's see, what else do we need? Yeah, but that's spike damage. I mean, you can't keep that going consistently. You can peak it up pretty easily. But it's for, you know, it's effective against a target dummy. But that's it. That and the stuff dies so quick now anyway. I mean, you can't really get a good sustained DPS number against any mobs just because they just die. Alright, and I did do this on NM4, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Every once in a while lately it's been changing difficulties on me. So yeah, Endgame Incursion, NM4. All good to go. Alright, let's see. This one, I streamlined this build a little bit. I was using a kind of a modified version of Scarecrow's AFK build. And I kind of changed that up just a touch. And really like where it's at right now. I never... Now, of course, since I spoke those words that I never have problems, this run I will fail miserably. Alright, let's see. Another block there. This one I took a little different approach. Now, right after I put up that first look video, I found that you can actually build archers on top of this guy here. Where we go. There's spots where you can put them, I guess. Oh, there was one, yeah. But you don't really need it, to be honest with you, especially with the EV in the mix. Let's see. So I like to start relatively high, and I'm going to basically put 8 archers here. I'm going to stack... I want to make sure that the one archer can at least hit that spike blockade if there's something there. But I'm going to stack 8 right on top of each other here. And then I'm going to buff beam right down the middle of them. And that's going to make a pretty vicious force here. Let's see. Come on. There it is. Yeah, it makes quite the bit of pain is being dished out right here for this section right now. And it's covering multiple lanes, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, the Harbinger, man, they got to do something different with him. The stuff is just so worthless. Although it's so quick and easy, other than using it for power level and characters, there's no point in doing that map. I mean, as soon as you get a bow, you know, as soon as you get a decent builder bow, there's really no other reason to do it. I was pretty excited about the lightning, the monk builder weapon, but it just ends up being so lackluster. It's disappointing. But I'm sure all that's going to change down the road. You know, the game's still... You know, I mention this all the time because, like, the PS4 people, if you just go and you pick it up on PS4, a lot of people don't know that the game isn't alpha. I mean, it hasn't even reached beta stage yet on the PC. So, got a ways to go here. But anyway, this has been my build I've been using here, and it's been pretty effective. I haven't had any issues. Can't remember what else I did. I just used the one buff beam up there. Let's see. Oh, I need some protons. I use protons for the CC instead of the Frosty Towers. Now, of course, if you use Frosties and protons, it adds a whole nother level of ridiculous amount of CC right there. And let's see, what do I have left? I got 390 left. And I feel like I'm missing something. See, I got archers. Oh, Serenity Auras. Derp. Get them down first and see what I have left over. I could probably actually go with using one less Serenity Aura here, but I've been just spraying them around. Let's see, let's go. Like right there. I still need a set of boots on this guy for my Serenity Auras. My Serenity R's on the PlayStation are so much bigger than this guy, but I don't have a different. I just haven't grinded any gear on these guys in so long. The original 4, other than my DPS Huntress, I pretty much stopped grinding gear on most of them. All right, so that leaves me with 310 DU left, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 entrances to cover. So that's what, 60 per entrance, with 70 on one of them. Oops. Wrong button. Alright, let's see. See, so there's 60. You know what, I'll just go ahead and use the 70 here. To hell with it. Make sure I have a nice path covered there. So I can go 60 DU on the rest of these. So that's just going to be an M. This one I kind of like to do it on the stairs, just to, if you do it on the stairs, a lot of the guys get wrecked before they get to it. You never have to worry about upgrading or repairing that proton beam. And then this guy here, well, we'll just go like right here. And then one more left, and yep, 60 DU left. And then same thing, this one here. This one is actually insanely effective if you put it right underneath here. Underneath the little overpass there. But by doing that, it also needs a lot more repairs. But for that one, I think it's worth it. Come on. There we go. Alright, and 200 left. I can just spray around a couple of upgrades. Now I'm looking for Abyss Lord gear, so I'm keeping the Abyss Lords out and not keeping any other heroes in the deck. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't see any gold anywhere yet. Or am I just missing something? Nope, don't see any over there either, unless there's one in the back. Or it may not spawn right in wave 1, the little pieces that are laying around. Here's one right there. Once you start, stay on the lookout for these guys, the waves get really, really quick. And depending on what character you use, like the Abyss Lord to me doesn't seem near as agile. I mean, you can get his little speed boost going and everything else, but like I'd mentioned in the other map, it's a little bit harder to keep him on the right path. Am I gonna make it? Oh, oh, failure. Yeah, anyway, there ends up being no shortage of gold laying around, that's for sure. Still not enough. Damn you. Now, and like I said, out of the 25, 30 runs, whatever the case is, I still haven't found any gloves for any character yet on this map. And that's disappointing. But just about got to get the grind going. The Abyss Lord is just so slow. Yeah, the EV2's fun to run around on. But of course, then you're getting EV2 drops, and don't need any of those right at the moment. I want all Abyss Lord drops. I think, yeah, well, I need that one piece, the gloves, I think, on the monk. It's either gloves or boots I need on my monk still. I thought I saw that glow, and there it is. What the hell? Yeah, it depends. It's like, you know, like armored cleansers. Oh my god, I've gotten so many on the PC. And I've still yet to get a 4 per second one on the PlayStation. By the time I get one, that gun is going to be completely outdated and not used. Sometimes, you know, everybody's got their thing that it seems like they have the hardest time working for or finding. And for me, it's definitely, without a doubt, the gloves on this map. Alright, pretty close. I'm just going to dump the rest into this buff beam here. I'll save the 100. Not on the PS4, I don't. On the PC, I've got a dozen of them. On the PS4, I don't have it. It's difficult grinding all this stuff on 2 different platforms, and that's why I just finally just made the choice. But, you know, I'm still, like I said, I really enjoy playing it on the PS4, so there's going to be PS4 content still coming in every week. But I can't grind it on both, you know. It takes too long. I've got everything on the PC. Pretty much everything in the game, I think. I can't really think of anything that I'm missing on the PC account. Alright, where ought to go that? There's probably gold laying everywhere. There's a piece right over there. Grab that one here real quick. Some of these pieces, it seems like you get right on top of them and it doesn't give you the pickup credit or whatever. Now I'm going to get wrecked here. I'm trapped. Ugh, that was ugly. And I lost that piece of gold because I ran over it. If you run over a piece of gold and you already have the buff, you basically waste it. Oh, no. See, there's one thing I guess I don't have. I've got all the other galaxy weapons, but I don't have the monk. I've actually got multiples of every galaxy weapon except the monk. Haven't seen that one yet. I don't know what the deal is with this galaxy weapons, but it seems like to me that, you know, now obviously it's just all my personal experience, but it seems like I get one of those every other time I run Ramparts. NM4. They're just always there for me. Can do what now? Demonic, turn in the crystals at the white circle in the middle. Let's see. What white circle you're referring to? Oh, right here? Huh. Yeah, it's a foot difference. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, I guess it's a step quicker though. Yeah, it's a second quicker. Never paid. I haven't. I've done this map a bunch of times, but to be honest with you, it's it's kind of really easy right out of the gates. So I haven't. I've done a lot of semi AFK on this map while watching TV and whatnot. I recently started watching Game of Thrones again, and I was like 3 or 4 seasons behind, you know. And over the last week and a half, I've completely caught myself up there. Try not to get them both. You know, it didn't matter anyway. At the end of the wave. I don't know. I tell you what I have been playing with lately. I can't remember what it's called. This, let's see. Where the hell is it? The one from Onslaught. Well, not for the monk, obviously. Or I've been having a lot of fun with that one right there. The Summoner's Grasp. Pretty cool. Now, not as good as a 4 per second Armageddon, of course, but still fun to play with nonetheless with the skeletons. And for the monk, this one is fun with the kobolds, playing with those. Yeah, Game of Thrones and Onslaught. That actually took up 5 hours of my day yesterday because the wife was watching Game of Thrones with me, getting caught up, and I queued up an Onslaught. And I tell you, from my own personal experience now, that I didn't record any hard numbers out of the deal, but the people that are saying Onslaught is the way to go for gearing are smoking crack. It's nowhere near as much gear for the time invested. So I don't really know. Now, of course, it's way more AFKable because you only have to build once, and then you can go for 5 hours or however long you want to go. Or I guess after you get them all upgraded, I should say. After, like, by wave 5 or whatever, and you have everything upgraded, you get, you get to completely AFK and just hit G every 8 minutes or whatever it is. What up, Zack Attack? Let's see, I better throw some love in here. See, I got 350 left. Let's just go with these guys here. Where you put the upgrades almost doesn't matter, to be honest with you. As long as you get some ups on. All you're really looking for is the range. Yeah, see, in the amount of time, in 5 hours, I would clear my bags, I don't know, 10 times? Not that many times. Just doing maps, just from the loot boxes you get, it's so much more gear if you don't do Onslaught. But, I don't know, they need to change something with Onslaught. That would be one of my favorite play modes if it was worth a shit. But sadly, it's just not worth a shit. But, I mean, you do get gear, don't get me wrong, but it's nowhere near the amount of gear. I mean, not even half. I mean, you'll get at least twice as much just grinding maps for 5 hours as you would sitting there for 5 hours. But the benefit you have is, after you get everything fully upped, you don't have to do anything else other than hit G every few minutes and pray for no horde waves, as they're just irritating. The weapons we're talking about, demonic, the galactic weapons, are just random drops. They can come on any map. I think they have the best chance of dropping through victory boxes. I'm not 100% positive on that. It seems like that's where I get most of them. But there's, you get a special Star Wars themed weapon for every character, basically. It actually, the Squire one looks the best, in my opinion. It looks cool as shit. Yeah, Armageddon and the Armored Cleanser. Armageddon is the Apprentice weapon, and Armored Cleanser is the Huntress weapon. They're both from Ramparts. You gotta do it on Incursion. I think there's gonna be more of that. Like we get the sword on the other, we get the gun on this map, and you get the sword chest on the Spectral Knight Incursion. So I'm sure they're going to continue that route, and there's going to be more of that type of play, where if you need a specific piece, you go to this map or that map. Oh, your EV DPS is way higher than 90k, or are you talking about just from spamming the button? There we go. Yeah, anyway, I like that the monk onslaught weapon, though, with the flyers, or the cobalt flyers coming down and bombing targets. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's more, it's a fun thing to play with more than like looking at just raw DPS numbers. But I mean, that's what the game's about, is fun. You know, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be playing the game. Any game, for that matter. The second you don't enjoy it any longer, throw that shit in the trash and move on. Just shooting? I don't think... Yeah, I think I'm not near that high, but I never just shoot on mine. You know, once you get a Magmanus projector, heat dissipation is a non-issue. So all I do really is spam abilities on my EV. But we're at a point in the game now with the Abyss Lord and the EV out there, the Gun Witch coming soon. You know, we're at a point now where the most difficult content to do in the gear becomes very easy on these characters. So as soon as that strategic revamp comes and the 4 original heroes get reworked, there should be a lot of strategy required again, and that'll be nice. Right now, if you can brute force it on all the choke points in a map, a lot of times even at the spawn point of the map, and just wreck everything. But you know, it's all about growth, and of course the game is still in alpha, not even beta yet. Here's a big baddie. He's just getting frozen. Look at him. Can't make it 2 steps without getting froze up. The protons are the shit. Agent, you can, as you can imagine, I'm sure, I get probably 100, maybe 200 probably on the weekends. Either messages or comments through YouTube, Twitter, or Steam of people asking me to gear them up. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel, and when I start a community, you know, I've got a PS4 community now. When I start a Steam group, that'll be the way to get on and play with me. So, in short, no. I will not gear you up. Just play the game, you know? That's what so many people miss, is just play the game. That's what it's all about. Doesn't matter what difficulty you're playing. If you're having fun, you're going to naturally progress. You know, just keep on going with it. I mean, that's how I got here. I played on the PC account. Now, on the PS4, I played with friends a lot. You know, some of them had better gear than me. Some of them didn't. You know, it was a little you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. But on the PC, man, I grinded this up 100% from scratch myself. I didn't. No one carried me through anything, and I did that on purpose because I just enjoy tower defense, and you know, the best with just about any game you play, when you take away all the badass gear and everything else, and you go back, you know, you go back to the beginning, it's some of the funnest parts of the game. On damn near everything. You know, especially any sort of strategy games, because once you get, you know, in a gear-based strategy game like this one, once you get the gear, there's not near as much strategy, you know. But yeah, man, join my Steam group when I get it made. Like I said, I've got a Steam group now, but I don't like the name of it. It needs to be reworked. So I'm actually going to delete that group tonight and start a new one. I'll put together a little YouTube video letting everybody know the link and all that good shit. Let's see here. Dope. Failure. What's going on, Ren? Let's see. That'll get me through wave 5. I'm certain of it. I missed so much gold these last 2 waves because I'm just blabbing away. Not paying attention to what's going on. There's one up top right there now. Ooh, oh, almost the super jump. Not quite. Alright, and there should be one on the ground here. Oh, I'm doing good. Friday night off work. I finally been working, you know, everybody knows I work in a casino. I finally been there long enough where I started getting the preferred scheduling. But working in a casino and being off at a Friday night is like completely unheard of. And I got it, so I'm stoked. And it's nice to be able to live stream on Fridays. You know, my live streaming has always been on the worst possible timing ever. So it's nice to be able to play on some more mainstream timelines. We got goodies dropping on the ground. All kinds of gold laying around. Maybe I should take that to this guy. I'm not sold on this map. You know, I don't want to do an incursion where I'm lining the Bling King's pockets. I want to do an incursion where I beat his ass and take all his gold. Not bring him more. But whatever. If he's willing to give up the gloves, I'll do it. Alright. Where's all the gold? Here's one. You're at free play hard. There's no such thing as playing too much. I don't want to say what killed me, but what slowed my progress down quite a bit. Now, obviously, I mean, I've got suitable gear to do any of the most difficult maps in the game. Absolutely any of them. But, you know, I'm not all the way at the top of the line because playing on two platforms, you know. If you're grinding gear and playing a gear grind game and you're doing it twice, oh, that makes things so much more difficult. You know, I don't think I've ever noticed this piece of gold up here. I came to get it just because I've never gotten that one before. Now, I've gotten the one from down here before, right on those barrels, but I never got that one all the way up top, I don't believe. Hell yeah, man. Nightmare 5. Well, I mean, you know it's coming. It's only a matter of time. I mean, this is not the end-all, be-all of the game. There's going to be so much added to this game by the end. I mean, look at just the raw amount of content in the original Dungeon Defenders game. I mean, it's insane. There were so many DLC packs that came out, and so much just randomness. Events and challenges, and I mean, there was all kinds of good shit. I mean, all that will get here to DD2, but it's going to take a while. Go to bed, man. Jesus. Like I said, we can do our little collab tomorrow. If you've been up all night, ain't no fun in that. Go get some sleep. Alright, come on, you damn gloves. Be in the box. Gimme some gloves. No damn gloves. Just another shitty bow. That bow needs some love. Just a piece of crap. Hate to say it, but it is. Anyway, so what to next? I don't want to keep grinding the same maps over and over again, but sadly that's where the game's at. The only two maps are the two new incursions that can drop the 750 gear. What do we got there? Nothing but junk. That was actually a decent piece for my little DPS guy here. Let's see. Let me take a look at that. With the Shattering Stones passive. Defense crit. Well, the piece I got now has got defense health on it. Defense power on it, though. That's shitty. That's not going to work for me. Yeah, the onslaughts just take so long. I mean, it worked out perfect for me yesterday. Like I said, with my getting caught up on Game of Thrones, I watched. What did I watch? I watched all of season 5, or the majority of season 5 and all of season 6 today. Just insane. All right, 10 o'clock now. Only been on for an hour, but like I said, that's the only 2 maps that drop the good stuff. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see another Nightmare 4 Onslaught? You want to see another Nightmare 4 map? What's the case? Alright, nobody's saying what they want to see, so I'm doing that one again. Oh, they reset. I got the daily loot bonuses again, that's nice. Do Little Horn one more time, man. I'm just itching to find a pair of gloves. I've got the worst luck. We can do that on our collab there, Ed Course. When we finally have time to do a run together, we can do that then. This for tonight's stream, I wanted to be all about the 750 pieces. Let's see. Gates is the very first map. Let's see what my pet power levels. Don't want that. Well, let's see. 250, 250, 150. I guess I'll go with the onslaught rounds. Looks like I might have some onslaught in my future later on. I don't use archers on the first one now. I use protons and frosties. You can use archers on the first one. I mean, every map is viable for archers. Yep, yep, your chat's it's lagging behind for me. But yeah, that's what I do now. I use protons are just vicious, and I use frosty protons on gates. Just insane amount of CC. Let's see. A little different placement there, but it'll still work. Oh, for this map? I'm not going to do that on a live stream. I don't have an insane amount more time. So I'll probably only do this map one more time, but I'm not going to do anything experimental right at the moment. Since I have limited time, I don't want to end in a fail. I don't, I like to do experimental stuff on live streams when I've got the time for it. Well, crit chance is not an issue on your proton beams, because the max is 30%, and your max, if you've got 0 crit chance and you use the proper skill spheres, you're at 30% crit, and that's the max. So you definitely don't have to worry about crit chance on your EV2 for protons. It's just the problem with proton beams is we don't have a way to judge it. If we could actually look at the DPS that was going out on a target dummy or whatever, it'd be a lot easier to find out exactly what is the perfect build. I mean, obviously that's a crit-based builder, and that's why the crit damage scales so nicely. but you don't really know what it's dishing out. It doesn't give you a DPS number, you know. Yeah, when you use the carnival buff, it's at 100%. That's a little OP. Yeah, that's where the unholy sword drops. It's a 100% drop chance, though. Ren. Or yeah, I mean it drops on the other maps, but it's not worth bothering to get until Nightmare 4. It's not impressive. It's definitely a novelty. It's now it's a way to have fun and gear out your squire and be on with your squire out and active. But it's hardly impressive. Even with a full ability power set, you're not going to do anywhere near DPS numbers that you would with just about any other character. I mean, it's no DPS at all. But it is fun. I use it for gold farming. I found one of the unholies with jackpot on it. Alright, Ed Course, have a good night, man. And like I said, we can get together tomorrow night. That's fine. I'm off work tomorrow too. So get some sleep, man. We do a collab together. I expect you to teach me all the shit. Can't expect you to teach me all the shit while you're sleeping. So go to sleep, for God's sakes. I'm always a fan of sleep. It sucks when you sleep on your day off or whatever and you end up sleeping too late and wasting your whole day off. Oh, you're looking for it for gold farming? Yeah, it's fun for gold farming. Well, it just gives you something to do other than just being bored to tears. Because, gold farming course can be very, very boring. But that's the good thing too. Once you get to Nightmare, once you get your basic set of gear upgraded with your Nightmare 4 stuff, you don't have to do any more gold farming. That's kind of nice. See, let's try right there this time. You just get, I mean, I don't have a bunch of gold, but I'm sitting on 750,000. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've been below 750,000 in quite a while. Because even when you get a new piece, like I'll go up to 1.2 million or whatever, I'll find an upgraded piece and then, blow a few 100,000 upgrading it or whatever. Alright, 310 left, so that's where we were last time. Let's see. Get rid of these guys. So, what did I do? I can't remember what I did. I'm just going to do this. I can't remember which one I used the... Nah. The bling bow doesn't work with gold farming. That and the bling bow is just, I don't know, it needs work. The special ability on it is crap. You get more DPS just from shooting. So it's pointless to use. And I know that's, one of the first thing they looked at is the DPS that it delivered in comparison to other weapons with just spamming the primary. And it's not, it's close to being the same as a lot of other weapons. But the special ability on it, using the secondary, building it up, is just, I don't know. In my opinion, it's just not impressive at all. But I know that it's still a work in progress. The Unholy Fire Sword, like I said, once again, in my opinion, the Unholy Fire Sword is way better than the bow. Now, I wish that the bow would be better, because I am, I've pretty much been a lifelong casino employee. So having a bow with a slot machine attached to it is definitely right up my alley. There's no doubt about that. little different design on that proton. Yeah, so anyway, it's not much else can be said about the Bling Bow until it gets another fix. I mean, of course, it was pretty much pathetic before the hot fix. The hot fix brought it up to where it's usable at least. Let's see. Let's get this guy out for that sandstorm. And away we go. 240 seconds. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see here. Where all the gold at? Probably one. Oh, there is one hiding all the way across the map there. I'm just going to take this one because it's right here. And go up and grab those now, maybe. Yeah, and, you know, I talked about it in my... Ooh, that sucked. Failure. I talked about it in the video I did about the Blingomitis and the hotfix with it. And it's just... I don't know. Like I said, it's usable now, but on the same note, you're never going to get some super badass bow that's 100% drop rate. It's just not going to happen. I mean, why... There'd be nothing special about it, you know, other than it being a super badass bow. So, I mean, it's right, in my opinion, it's probably right on par with where it should be. I mean, it's a free bow. All you have to do is run the map. So, there shouldn't be anything spectacular about it, just because it requires no work to get it, you know. There is no luck, there is no grinding, there's nothing. All you gotta do the map once you got the bow. Yeah, I'm not really sure what is different about the Blingomitis versus the Unholy Fire as far as gold farming goes. But I know, like, abilities, the gold farming spheres don't proc off of abilities. It has to be straight up primary attacks. And, I don't know. Maybe it's considered a different type of damage or whatever, and that way it pops. I still haven't gotten no damn gloves yet. No, this is probably like number 30 something. I've run it at least 30 times, and I haven't even seen a pair of the gloves yet. And, you know, I mean, everybody's got their crappy RNG luck. Mine happens to be coming in form of these gloves right now. Just can't find them. I mean, it only drops from the victory chest, so there's no other way to get them. It doesn't drop, you know, from the mobs during the waves or anything. Only from the victory chest. But I get the loot bonus on this one, so maybe I'll get lucky. And get some gloves out of the deal. That'd be nice. Alright, let's see. Get some love on these guys, I guess. Like I said last run, what you upgrade doesn't really matter. You're upgrading archers mainly just to get a little additional range on them. But they do plenty amount of damage without upgrading them. Alright, over this side now. Let's see, where's my freebie sitting at? Don't see nothing up there. It's alright, I'll take that one while it's right in front of me. Alright. Nothing back there. There's one. Hiding on the barrel trick. There's another one over there. got quite a few of them laying around the map, so it's not just, you know, obviously the easiest way to get them is just to, well, they're both pretty easy ways to get them, but you can kill the mobs that come out and have more than enough crystals to get it done in the time required without an issue. Oh, no, this guy wants to get up on my business here. That's alright, I can get away from you. Even all oiled up. What maps do I play for my dailies? I play this map now in the Catacombs Incursion for the Spectral Knight Incursion. Then I play Ramparts Incursion. I do Temple of the Necrotic on just regular Nightmare 4. Of course, there's not an incursion for that yet. And the fifth one varies. I mean, sometimes if I have time, I'll usually do like maybe a Ramparts Incursion. If I'm pressed for time, I'll just do the Harbinger just to knock it out. But I never use my loot bonus or the super bonus, the fifth one on that one. The Harbinger is I don't know. It's blah. The gear it drops sucks. Sorry, Trendy. I don't mean to be bashing so much tonight, but I'm bashing. But the Harbinger's fun. It was a lot more fun when it first came out. It was, you know, learning the ins and outs of the map. Now it's kind of robot mode on that one. Spray at the Harbinger, pretty much insta-kill them. Upgrade a few archers, spray at the Harbinger again, and pretty much insta-kill them. Rinse and repeat and so on. But it is quick, and, you know, quick is good as well. This map's pretty quick if you're paying attention. Of course, I so rarely actually pay attention to what I'm doing. But you can knock this one out pretty quickly. I mean, not as quick as the Harbinger. I make sure to fit Ramparts in every day and Temple and Necrotic every day. I do Temple and Necrotic every day because I think that's probably that's one of my favorite maps so far in the game. So I do that one just because it's one of my favorites. Plus, of course, you get the spooky weapons, which I've got bags full of those now. But, you know, those can be nice. The monk one for a melee DPS build is insane. If there was, I don't think a 4 per second bow exists, but I think it's the Spooky 7 shot pattern I really like. If it was 4 per second, I would use the crap out of that thing. But it's not. So, damn you. There we go. Or I haven't found one anyway. So I'm assuming it's not available on 4 per second. But I don't really know. But yeah, I do those every day. On the PS4, I don't get I haven't been getting my dailies done every day on the PS4, but when I do them, I do Gates Incursion. I still do the Harbinger on that one. Then I do Ramparts, Temple the Necrotic, and then I always try to save the new incursion, one of the new incursions, for my super bonus of the day. So like on PS4, I always do Catacombs. Oh, I made the jump and then fell off the back. Man, I've got some serious fail going on with this Abyss Lord jumping. That's for damn sure. Alright, I thought I saw gold laying around over there. There's a piece right there. The first day I did this, I recorded it blind, you know, never playing through it, and I recorded it, and I missed so much gold. It was everywhere. And I missed it. Let's see if I can jump all the way across. That's not possible, is it? Let's see, I'll just go that way. No shortage. I actually, when they first talked about the mechanic of this map, I expected the gold not to be as available. But I mean, it's everywhere. You just run a random direction and you're going to run into some. Let's see, how many? 8 of 10, so I need one more. I think there was one. Yeah, there's one laying right here. There's probably quite a few laying around here. Here we go. It is more convenient just going to this pad and not going all the way up there. The whole time I've been going all the way up to him. Yeah, thanks for that little trick there. Let's see. Random upgrades. Random upgrades. I'm just going to spray all this mana right here. Call it good. And I'll just put that right there. Just because I can. I don't see anything sitting yet. I'm not sure what triggers the gold, like the world gold that's available without killing a boss. I'm not sure what triggers that. Here's one. Neither had to be one somewhere. Or does anything trigger that? Or is it just a, you know, every so many seconds one spawns somewhere? Which that may be the case too. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Oh, it's going all right there, Zach. That's not Zeb, is it? One of your different name? No. Yeah, anyway, a Friday night off work. I can't complain about that. Playing some DD2. Can't complain about that either. Alright. I am just missing tons of shit now. I know it. A little no mercy made it back. Oh, failure. I knew that one. I could see the fail coming with that one the second I didn't jump at the right time. We gotta be getting close here. How many more we need? That's 8. 2 more here. Here's one up top. Ugh. I sandstormed into an archer butt. Is there another one? I thought there was another one laying here. Maybe, oh, there's one right there. I don't know, the run animation on the Huntress. I played on the Huntress so much since the game came out. I think that's the only character I can really run on with all the speed boosts without running into walls. But the Huntress, of course, was my go-to for DPS and then for traps for the longest time. Poor Huntress hasn't been busted out in ages now. In desperate need of a reworking. Of that, there is no doubt. See if something pops over here. Oop, There was one. I don't think I've ever gotten one off there either. That's kind of awesome. See this new stuff here. New to me, anyway. So I want to say there's probably about 10 spawn points. I should figure them all out and do a video on that, where the gold spawns. That way you're not constantly waiting for little gold carrying baddies to roll out. The golden crystal beast. At least they're not as tough as normal wither beasts. They make, you know, normal wither beasts make these guys look like chumps. These little gold carrying guys. Ogre up there. I don't know if I want to go mess with him. What the hell? What you got, Ogre? He's gonna smash my face in if I'm not careful here. Well, he's dropping the fat loots. That's good at least. Got a couple of legendaries laying on the ground now. Guess I should pay attention to the gold, though. There's one up top. Maybe I'll grab that one now. I've left so much gold laying around this run here. There we go. Got that one. What, 7 more? At least the ones that are just spawn on the environment are out of the way enough where you don't bump into them by accident. Some POS boots. But yeah, even this map though, the little puzzle, of course, is grabbing the gold and bringing it back to him. If you added in sharking, I mean, that would make this a whole different experience. There's no doubt about that. They haven't given the date yet. Of course, the EV2 is supposed to come to PS4 by the end of June, but there's no date yet. And the Gun Witch is going to be coming to PC at the end of June, but there's no date yet. So, no clue yet. I'll be playing those the day they come out, though. There's no doubt about it. Alright, one more. I thought that was it. As you're taking a break, doing the old scratching my eyeball. Alright, there we go. I still am unsure about those tight-ass pants they got this poor guy wearing. Good lord, man. He's the Bling King. Can he not afford a better set of pants? You would sure as hell think so. Alright, come on, you damn gloves. Jesus. Like I said, not even seeing a single pair yet has been very frustrating. Gloves! Oh, gloves, finally. 722 gloves. Oh, man, they're crappy, though. They don't have the passives I need on there. Well, at least I've seen a pair now. That's the first pair I've seen out of all the runs I've done here. Jackpot. Another POS Blingamitis. Alright, there we go. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for tonight. Like I said, a little short stream planned. I wanted to spend a little time with you all on the Twitch channel here. But a little bit restricted on time tonight. So anyway, I'm off tomorrow night as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to be streaming or if I'm going to be streaming. I'm sure I will. Either on the YouTube channel or on the Twitch channel. But as always, this stream will be chopped up and sent on over to the YouTube channel for anyone that wants to enjoy it later on. But that's going to do it for now. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.